Okay. Beta. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. What it is, big boss, K-Po through the door. Hit a top this box before I get in my soliloquy. Remember, touchdowns don't last. Good people do. Don't knock yourself. Call them in the hotline. Maybe you matter. Peak game. 84s on what? Swing. All right. Quarterboxingnews24.com. Your boy was reading. Frank Martin, the ghost, is in negotiations to possibly fight Edwin De Los Santos. March 29th, MGM Grand, Las Vegas, on the Errol Spence versus Sebastian Fundora undercard. Let me say that again. Frank Martin versus Edwin De Los Santos. March 29th, MGM Grand, Las Vegas, Nevada. They're in negotiations. I love this fight. I'm not gonna lie to you. Now, apparently, according to BoxingNews24.com, they're gonna work out to see what weight they're gonna fight in. Are they gonna fight at 135 or are they gonna fight at 140? They're trying to work all those kinks out. But other than that, I love the fight. You got Edwin De Los Santos. He been out 14 months, but he got power, right? He got that equalizer. And then you got Frank Martin, who also got power, but is a technical, fundamentally sound boxer. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting to see both fighters are coming off losses. But Edwin De Los Santos been out the ring 14 months. So I'm interested to see how this matchup goes. I want to see who is going to rise to the top. Who going to be able to overcome, who going to break first. You know what I mean? This is the type of fighting that I like. I'm not going to lie to you. Dudes that go to the smoke, right? Frank Martin coming off a knockout loss to Tank. You know, he like, shit, man, give me I'll fight with De Los Santos. That boy Errol rubbing off on Frank Martin. I ain't going to lie to you, because that's something Errol do. Errol like, man, I'm going to the smoke. Now, do I always agree with it? Nah, because, you know, you got to, like, kind of see where you were at. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, like, I like the mentality. You can't knock the mentality. I'm going to just keep it at 1,000. You can't knock it. Right? Frank Martin coming off a knockout loss. He said, Edwin De Los Santos. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? And also, if he's able to knock out Edwin De Los Santos, guess who makes who look bad? Shakur. Because Shakur been using Edwin De Los Santos' name for the longest as a measuring stick. He want everybody to fight Edwin De Los Santos. He telling Tank, Tank, go fight Edwin De Los Santos. Well, you got a Tank opponent. You got a Tank, a Tank former opponent in Frank Martin, getting in the ring with Edwin De Los Santos if they're able to come to an agreement. I love the fight. You know what I'm saying? This is why I like boxing. This is why I watch the sport of boxing, for fights like this. You know what I'm saying? If they able to get this fight made, this gonna do numbers, bro. You know what I'm saying? That fight right there, yeah. Yeah. That fight right there. But it's good for boxing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just want to see how Frank Martin is mentally. You know what I'm saying? He's I've seen him like in the gym, because he kind of posts every now and then on his Instagram. He don't post as much as he used to, but he back in the gym. But I just kind of want to see his mental. Where's his mind at coming off that Tank loss? You know, when you are undefeated, you kind of feel invincible, right? And then you take your loss, it kind of messes with you mentally. How do I know that? Because I took my first loss as an amateur like 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And it messed with me mentally. We're going to keep it 1,000. But you got to be able to rise and overcome that. You know what I'm saying? You got to realize, hey, you win some, you lose some, right? My loss was disputable, though. I just gotta throw that out there. You know, I have people like, man, you won, you know, but hey, it is what it is, bro. Like, you know, it is what it is. You know, you bounce back from that. So I just want to see the mindset of Frank Martin, like, you know, because his handler, Errol Spence, has not fought since he fought Crawford back in 2023. And it's looking like he gonna fight Fundura in 20, because they said the Sebastian Fundura and Errol Spence undercard. So Errol Spence has been out the ring since 2023. And then you got Fundura, he ain't been in the ring since, I think, April of 2024. Excuse me. May 2024. So he's been out the ring a while too. Errol Spence been out the ring a long while. So, but just want to see his mental. I'm interested to see. Edwin De Los Santos also want to see his mental. You know what I mean? Like, and how sharp he is. You know what I'm saying? I will put Frank Martin as the favorite in this fight if it gets made, because Frank Martin, I feel like, got more in his toolbox than Edwin De Los Santos. I feel like Edwin De Los Santos is tricky. He's very tricky and awkward, and he got power. You got to be conscious of that. You know what I mean? You can't get too reckless with an Edwin De Los Santos. You got to be technical. You got to be able to use your jab, which Frank Martin does phenomenally. He does that well. But you got to be able to use your jab and keep your hands up, right? Edwin De Los Santos is sneaky, bro. He'll slip one in there and crack you. Now you're doing a stanky leg. You know what I mean? So I love the fight. I love the matchup. I want to see how their styles clash. You know what I mean? This is one of those fights where you just like, this could be a main event on its own. You know what I'm saying? Like, this could be a main event more on a smaller scale, but it could be a main event on its own. I'm not saying that you could put this in a main event in Las Vegas, but, you know, you could put it like in a smaller venue like San Antonio, or I want to say AT&T, maybe like the Star in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could be a main event on its own. That could be a main event in a card on its own. You know, Frank Martin versus Edwin De Los Santos. I really like that fight. I'm not going to lie to you. But if Frank Martin is able to... if Frank Martin is able to crack Edwin De Los Santos and stop him, this is going to say a lot about Shakur. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Now, I understand styles make fights. But there comes a point in time in a fight where you got to get grimy. You know, and Shakur is not willing to get grimy. He don't want to get dirty. You know what I mean? He like one of them dudes that wear all white at a barbecue and he eating like this. He eating a little chicken bone like that. That's Shakur. He don't want to get dirty. He I'm out the way. Oh, you hitting too hard. Let me get my bicycle. You know what I'm saying? Dude, we all know dudes that got power that get in there with Shakur get on that bicycle. He get on that trail ride. He get on that Fifth Ward trail ride. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying at the end of the day, all jokes aside, this is a great fight. This is a great matchup. I really fool with it. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they can get this fight made over the hump. We shall see. I mean, and Errol Spence, his handler, you know, when Errol Spence try to, you know, Errol Spence do stuff the right way, man, as a promoter. I like that, bro. I ain't gonna fool you. You know, I ain't even gonna hold you. The boy cold as a promoter. But we shall see if they get this fight over the hump. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Bye, Scott.